Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Hi everyone, welcome back to another week of the Hill Valley Homestead. This week our main priority is moving the pigs. You can see that their area is super barren. There's nothing left for them to dig up at all, so let's put them in a fresh spot. So just walking over here, we've got all the kids in the back of the trailer. This is where we're looking at putting them. As you can see, it's pretty overgrown. We might just like start off a little bit smaller than that other pen and then just extend once we like know how much ground there is, because it's hard to tell like when it's so overgrown. So we're just gonna put them in where we can, and hopefully it goes smoothly.
First thing we do is cross the wire over, and then we want to come around.
One day we'll be doing our own tutorials.
We just want to make a hook.
Stay tuned.
On that, you'll see that we've naturally created a loop around the post. The first thing I'm going to do is tuck the tail through that horseshoe, and then I'm going to lift the wire up so that it's pointing up the post. So it's inside the loop and pointing up, so up the post. Now, I'm not going to cross over my fencing wire. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring that piece of wire and I'm going to point it down the post. So I've gone from up the post to down the post on the same side of the fence. So we've now made this little D shape. That's what we're looking for. We're almost there, guys. Now what I've done is I've just bent a crank handle in the wire, and you don't need any special tools for doing this, not really carefully. People will tell you need a twitcher. You don't. All you have to do is pull on the crank handle. The crank handle is your key. Pull on it to keep the wire straight, and then as you're pulling on it, twist the wire around, and you'll see that you make a nice, neat little pigtail on the end of your knot. Once you've done that nice, neat pigtail, all you have to do is spin the wire around the opposite direction and it snaps straight off.
Mine doesn't. It's not high tensile wire.
And then now the tutorial's finished. What are you doing now?
Pretty much the same knot, except just wrapping
So you're
it
just
around.
threading it through the,
Yep.
what's that thing called?
Oh, it's like the tensioner. Oh, yeah, careful, I don't want to poke you, bub.
We've just come down the hill because we needed to get a few more supplies. But while we were down there, there was someone working at the school, like just doing gardening because it's school holidays, and they just dropped off this old cubby house that they didn't want. So we're going to turn it into a chicken coop for my bantam chickens, so stay tuned for that as well. But we'll get back to the pig fencing in just a minute. We've since decided we're not actually going to keep it here. We're going to move it up the hill a bit just to give the chickens a larger run. So there's just not as much space here as we would have liked. So we're going to move that up the hill. But it also came with this kitchen inside, and the kids want me to do that up and make that look nice again. So that will be fun. But yeah, we'll have to film moving it up the hill because that is going to be a bigger job probably. So now I've just planted a couple extra fruit trees that we had in pots. We really needed to get them in the ground, and we're just going around and sugarcane mulching everything now. Well, Nathan is, but I planted them in the ground, so you know, he's helping me out. Okay, starting to rain. The others are coming now. They're just a little ways away, but we've got to get these pigs moved from here into here. So the fencing is all ready to go. We just got to get them in and then tension, and yeah, they'll have their new spot. But whew, the rain, always the way. Oh no, it's raining. It's raining. I've got Layla with me. Grumpy? You grumpy? Yeah, so they'll be much happier. Well, this is where it all started to go wrong. We got the pigs in okay. We managed to put the wire back up, and they're all safe in their new area. Or so we thought. As promised earlier, this is the corner that I was talking about. Nathan's used the tree like to anchor the stake into the ground, and then he's run everything off that corner. So he's done a good job, nice and tight, and then the stake won't rip out of the ground like we've seen other times that we've done this, so it's good. Okay, it's a few days later and I'm just editing. I've got Lexi here with me. I'm just editing this vlog and I just wanted to jump in because I didn't film this. Well, I did film some parts, but I didn't think it was suitable to go in the parts that we did film. But basically we went back and checked, you know, every time you move your pigs, you kind of check on them a bit more just to make sure they're settling in, and they seemed really happy. And then I think about 2 days later I noticed one of the black pigs that had gotten out of the area. So like that happens sometimes too in a new area. There might be like low parts or high parts or whatever. When they dig, it's like there's like a hole under the ground or something and it creates a really big gap. But usually that sort of thing, it doesn't really happen to us, or like our pigs have been really good that way. So anyway, I go and get this pig and she's acting so strange. She's like docile, she's not interested in food. She's like walking into, she was next to the woodshed. She was like walking into the woodshed, and anyway, I better go put her back with the other side. Walk her up there, and I had to, like, I put a lead on her and I dragged her up the hill because I just didn't know how else to do it. And I get her in the new area and she's just walking into the electric fence. And our pigs are electric fence trained. They don't usually go near the electric fence, like not ever. They come up for the food and, you know, they won't touch the wire. They're scared of the wire. So they'll go backwards type thing or step away from it. And she's walking into the wire just like head first, and it's jolting her body, but she's not reacting. So I call Nathan, he comes home, he has a look, he agrees something's not right. And then we do a head count and there's another one missing. So now we're 2 pigs like acting, one's acting weird, one's missing. We don't know what to do. So we go and we just check their water, give them more food, walk away, come back in an hour or 2, and in that time the black pig has died. So we start looking around the property for this other pig because we're like, well, that one must have got out too. And it just dawned on me that maybe that one's died too and it's in the enclosure. So sure enough, we look around and it's died. It's on the ground in the enclosure. And you know, that sort of thing, we haven't really lost a pig before. We were just completely dumbfounded what could have happened. Like, we don't know why this happened. And we came to the conclusion with our vet and a few other people that the pigs must have found a snake nest and it's just killed them. And it's rare for pigs to die from snakes, but it's not impossible, and pigs love snakes. So that's what's happened. And they've just obviously eaten all the eggs, if there was eggs or babies or whatever, and the vet said it probably attacked them 7, 8, 10, 15, 20 times, who knows, and it's poisoned them and killed them. So that would be why it's only 2 and the other 3 are perfectly fine, by the way. There's, you know, we've checked on them so many times since and there's no signs of poisoning. They didn't seem to think that it was anything that was on the ground because the pigs have been on our property for a long time, and if it was going to react with them, it would have happened before then. But yeah, it's just, they must have uncovered a snake nest, which, you know, it did do us a favor, but at the same time, we've lost 2 pigs, and, you know, we put everything into these pigs, and we hate animal suffering, and the black pig was absolutely suffering, and, you know, the image in my mind, it's just, it's sickening. So that's quite sad that that happened, but it is just one of the things that happens with farm life, and hopefully we can somehow prevent it from happening again, or maybe if they were a bit bigger it wouldn't have happened. I don't know. It was the 2 smaller ones, so, you know, it's one of those things, and it sucks, but I just wanted to be honest and tell you guys what happened, and not just like not tell you about it or not show it, and, you know, all of a sudden we've got 3 pigs there and not 5. Homesteading is not easy, and there's stuff that go wrong all the time, and it's part of life. So yeah, such a shame.